Get it. We'll start with Justin in the second row to your right.
Aaron, uh, Terry was in here earlier. He said that he felt Savali just didn't have the right command out of the gate. What do you feel your first 5 hitters did well tonight?
Yeah, controlled the zone. That was when we're at our best. Making you come into the zone. Glaber sets the tone. Excuse me, with a really good at bat right out of the chute. And even Judge goes 3-2. Rizzo with a really good at bat. Then obviously Big G, but it was just heavy at bats and competitive at bats, and really set the tone for us.
Did you notice anything different in the way Nestor was throwing the ball compared to game 2?
I thought his stuff was a little better actually. He he was in and out there a little bit. But man, what an effort. I mean, honestly going in, I would have been really excited about 10 batters. Getting through Quan that second time. Best case was kind of getting through Naylor in the middle of the order the second time through. He'll stop eventually. I know. For him to get through 2 times and then get Quan out the third time and give us 5 innings on 3 days was, just set us up so well.
What did Clay Holmes show you this series?
That he's healthy. I feel like he's throwing the ball really well, locked in. He's come in some big spots, and I feel like back half of the year, back month or so before he went, before he had the shoulder, feel like he started to really get it going a little bit, and definitely, I thought he was sharp in this series.
Far back to the right, Ed.
Aaron, ultimately, what was the difference in the series, you think?
I don't know. They're a really good team. They're tough to score against. They pitch really well. They catch the ball. They put so much pressure on you. I think we hit the ball out of the ballpark, which was big for us, and obviously played a big role in it today. I feel like our bullpen did the job. Garrett Cole had 2 huge starts for us, but it was as competitive a series as you can have. Going 5 games, a little bit of back and forth. They pulled one out late on us. I don't know what necessarily the difference was, but it was a hard fought, close series.
Ron up front.
In turning to Nestor, what gave you the confidence for him on short rest? Physically, what he brought? Mentally, what he brought?
Just the legend of Nestor. I just felt, I knew physically I felt like he was good. Had we played last night, he would have played a important role for us. I feel like last night's game, in a shorter stint, maybe 3-6 outs, whatever it may have been. And I know he felt good yesterday. So, and I knew he wanted the ball. And I just felt like, once we got rained out last night, I felt convicted that, Nestor was who I wanted to go with. And that sets us up with J-Mo, full bore in game 1, when obviously we've had to use a lot of pitching.
And turning to Houston, what is the challenge in pivoting a couple of hours from now toward facing them?
Well, the challenge is we're facing a great team. As far as the quick turnaround, we'll be fine. That's baseball. We do that all the time. We'll walk in there with some confidence. We know they're a great team and rested and ready, and we look forward to the challenge.
Andy up front.
So you just announced Tyone as your game 1 starter. Right?
Oh,
You heard
okay,
that
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
A couple other nuts and bolts because you're playing tomorrow. Is Hicks going to travel with the team?
I don't know.
And are you comfortable at this point starting Stanton left if you would need to?
We'll see. We'll have that conversation.
And
Possibly.
And do you have any expectation that Benintendi could be on the roster?
I don't think so.
Laura on your right.
Just because of his background, Nestor has liked to say that he pitches every game as if it's his last. Do you think that sort of mentality lends itself to a sort of do-or-die game like today?
I do. I think his mentality lends itself to a lot of things. And, I mean, what we've always loved about him, even when he was on the shuttle between AAA and here and coming up in spot starting or, mopping up in the bullpen, whatever role it may have been, he was always fearless, competitive, enjoyed playing the game. And I think it's critical this time of year that, obviously you got to have that competitive drive and things, but you got to have fun playing the game too. And he combines those two things really well.
Joel on your right.
I think you might have just answered this with that, but you said before with an answer, I knew he wanted to pitch today. I'm assuming that's more than just him saying it. It's you believing something about him, correct? What is it that you believe that he'll handle a decisive game with the season on the line?
Well, just all of it. And look, it doesn't always mean you get the result you want. Had he gone out there and given up a couple, I know he's not going to, I know he's going to want it. Let us know where you are physically, how you came in. We're kind of checking on him day after he pitched, then the day after, then on 2 days, because last night he was going to play a role. It's just like, man, once we know you're sound physically, I just knew he's just got that it thing about him. I think combines competition with having fun and that right balance. He's always been that way. And so whatever the result he gave us out there, and obviously he did terrific and gave us more than I probably would have hoped for, I'm not surprised.
And just one other bookkeeping thing to follow up. Marinaccio, Montas, and or LeMahieu, any of them available for you in this series?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially a couple of those.
Can you say who?
Not yet. We got to have those conversations. That'll be plain conversations that will kind of finalize that stuff.
Ian and then Anthony.
In facing and answering the challenge of back-to-back elimination games, what do you think your team showed people around the country that hadn't followed it all season about its fortitude, resilience, its heartbeat?
Yeah, I think the guys have done a good job of that all year, and it's obviously something we talk about. You guys hear me talk about it all the time from day one in spring training, that ups, downs, challenges, good times, bad times, adversity is all coming for you in the season, and it certainly did for us. Obviously getting off to a great start and then really hitting, some tough times. Injuries, really struggled there over a 4 to 6 week period. But these guys never stop believing, or, it's just like, all right, we'll get through this. And that happens in a long season, but the message is also that happens within a game. It happens within a series. Things are going to not go your way, bounce against you, go for you. You got to be able to handle it and keep playing. And I thought they did a great job this series of just, hey, keep on playing, fall behind 2-1. Garrett goes out and sets the tone and answers, and we just kind of kept playing in this series when it was a challenge, when it was difficult. And so whatever happens moving forward, I know we'll be up to the challenge and super competitive.
Anthony in the second row on your right.
Aaron, with Kiner Falefa, you said he was going to play a role, and there he was. You had other options, so what made you believe that he could handle, getting back in there so quickly?
Just that. He was gonna, and knew he would, and he was ready. He was prepared. Last couple days, hasn't sulked at all. It's just like, get ready for my chance. He'll play a big role for us now moving forward too.
And then if I could just follow up, with DJ, Montes, and Marinaccio, are any of them ruled out because they physically can't do it?
None ruled out yet, no.
All right, Aaron, appreciate your time. Thank. Who's got the first question for Nestor? We'll start with Justin on your right and then Bill.
Nestor, when they asked you to take the ball in short rest, what type of responsibility were you feeling being tabbed as the starter?
Yeah, a lot of pressure, obviously. Our season was on the line tonight or today. And I knew yesterday when Aaron Boone told me that I was starting today, he basically told me, give us whatever you got, whether it's 1, whether it's 3, whether it's 5. And I was a little nervous because I knew, the fans and everybody was waiting for our victory. So, but definitely, incredible atmosphere, incredible feelings. Just happy to be here.
What was different with how you were putting hitters away in this game compared to Friday?
I thought I induced a lot of weak contact today. I wasn't trying to strike out the world. I wasn't trying to do anything different. I thought the cutter was really good early on. I combined that with the heater. That combo was effective today. And like I said, I induced a lot of soft contact, and that's the way that things went today.
Bill, seated on your right.
What was your reaction, the team reaction, when Giancarlo hit that 3-run homer?
Incredible. I knew from that moment on, all I had to do was throw strikes and be able to get us as deep as possible. Like I said, I didn't know how far I was gonna go. I didn't know what my pitch count was. It was basically how I looked out there. And for him to give us that 3-run lead, in the first from the get-go, was huge for me, and it kind of calmed me down to just go out there and do what I do.
Could you talk about what makes him do so well in the postseason? He has 11 home runs. What makes him, shine?
He cares. He cares a lot. Before this series even started, this guy is just he doesn't speak very much during the season, but when he addresses the team and when he comes out and speaks, everybody listens to him because obviously he cares. He's been an MVP. He's done it all, and I think he's missing a World Series ring. So when it comes down to these moments, he's hands-on with everybody. He's giving us everything he has, and we appreciate everything he does.
The third row on your left, Nestor.
Nestor, how does it feel to come up so big in such a big game?
Feels incredible. Feels incredible to be able to do what I did today. Like I said, I didn't know how long I was gonna go out there. I was just trying to give my team quality innings, whether it was 2, 3, 4 innings, 5 innings, and it feels great to come on top and lead the team to the CS.
Ron, right up front.
What was the situation yesterday when Aaron told you were starting today? Was it during the rain delay? He called you into the office, walked up to your stall?
Yeah, we were waiting. We were waiting the whole night. I remember him saying like, "Hey, we might play, 8:50," and then started to 9:30, and then 9:45, and one thing led to the other. And as soon as they banged the game, he called me into his office and said, "Hey, we're gonna talk a little bit in between us, and I'll let you know." And maybe like 5 or 10 minutes later, he came up to me and kind of gave me like a high five and said, "You got it." So I knew from that moment on, it was game time, and I had to do everything to get ready for today.
So you were over by your locker when he gave you the high five? I
was actually in the training room, trying to get treatments done because I was available for yesterday if things got a little out of hand. But I was in the training room trying to get ready for today, and he came up to the training room and told me what I needed to hear.
Thank you.
Back center, Bruce.
Nestor, do you think that your fight in that third inning reflects on this ball club and the way that you guys battle as a group and continue to move forward?
Yeah, we've had talks in that clubhouse that we're family. No matter how bad things can go or how good things can go, we gotta stay level-headed and we gotta compete. We're the only. We got ourselves, we don't have anybody else to lean on. So for us to battle the way we did, going down 2 games in the series and Garrett Cole having that incredible performance in Game 4, it kind of lit a fire up, in me. This guy's an ace. We thrive off him, and for him to do that Game 4, it just left all the chips on the table for us to do what we had to do today.
Second row on your right, Justin.
Nestor, what are players on the team saying about having another opportunity to face and potentially beat the Astros?
Yeah, we're excited. Everybody knows, we know, the whole world knows what kind of Astros team they are. They run well, they hit well, they pitch well. They're a complete team. And I like to say that we are too. So it's gonna be a battle between us two. We're going over there tonight. You know, they've been a couple of days rest, but that doesn't mean anything. We go out there tomorrow, just like we have been doing this whole season and these 5 games, battling every inning, trying to win every inning, and let the best, the best team win.
Standing on your right, Joel.
Pretty much everyone says they want the big moment, and not everybody can handle the big moment. Why do you want the big moment, and why do you think you can handle the big moment?
I got nothing to lose. I've been in the gutter before. I've been down. So for me, this is just a cherry on top, and hopefully there's more moments like this. I feel like today I came in with the responsibility, in my hands to take care of the narrative, to take care of, what my career has been. And I was just happy I was just happy to perform and give my team, solid innings for them to be in the game. And obviously our offense broke out early. And that's kind of all we needed for this game. But, it's great to be in this position.
One last one for Nestor. We'll finish up with Laura.
Kind of jumping off on that, when Boone was in here, he said that when he saw you coming out of the bullpen years ago and even in a mop-up role, you already showed that you had that mentality to compete in these big situations. Do you think those more difficult years prepared you for a situation like this, or is that something you always had?
I think I've always had that fight in me. Obviously, what happened in 19, it's hard to say. I mean, I was trying to find a place in my career in this team. I probably tried to show more than what I can really do. Put me behind the 8 ball for a few years. But I was lucky enough for the organization and the Yankees to believe in me to bring me back in 21. And from there on, everything just jump started to what I've been doing today. And like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity they gave me. I'm grateful for everybody in the front office and coaches and down the line. For the opportunity to believe in me, and I'm glad I was able to show it today.
Nestor, congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll start with Justin in the second row on your right.
Wandy, after going through some of that late season adversity with the injury, for you to come back into this series, play such a big role and record the final out, just what are the emotions that you have with this team moving on?
Tú sabes que entendiendo las emociones que pasan por ti, sacando el último out de este juego de hoy, entendiendo que tuviste varias adversidades, la lesión, el final de la temporada, pero tomando todo eso en cuenta, la temporada, ¿cómo se siente eso? ¿Qué siente en ese momento cuando está haciendo el último out del partido?
Bueno, dile que me sentí bien emocionado, bien contento, tomarme en cuenta y estar ahí presente en ese momento, ¿me entiendes? A eso es que uno trabaja, a eso es que uno se mantiene enfocado, que a llegar a estos momentos, y de verdad que una emoción incomparable ahora mismo, de verdad que sí.
So exciting, it's you put so much work into this, into the whole season, and the excitement right there at that moment, like you said, just getting that last out, it's hard to explain. It's such an exciting moment, being able to win there, not enough words to describe.
Christy, on your right, guys.
I believe you're the first pitcher to ever pitch in all 5 games of a series. Can you tell us, 1, how you're feeling, 2, how you did it, and 3, just what were you thinking going into today about pitching?
Se entiende que tal vez eres el primer lanzador en la historia que lanza 5 juegos consecutivos, los 5 juegos de la serie. Entonces, la pregunta es, 1, ¿cómo te sientes? Y 2, ¿qué tipo de preparación, qué mentalidad tenía antes del juego?
Bueno, dile que ahora que lo sé, me siento bien contento por eso. Gracias a Dios me siento muy emocionado y, como dije anteriormente, tú sabes, uno desde siempre, hasta desde pequeño uno se prepara, tú me entiendes, la preparación trae esa consecuencia, ¿me entiendes?
Sí.
El trabajo, el enfoque, ¿me entiendes? Eso trae eso y gracias le doy a Dios que se pudo lograr.
Thank you for telling me that. It's something, right? But like when you take up this journey as a little kid, you know it's gonna be a lot of work, So I think that's why I was able to do it. Just the concentration and the work. So excited about it, and yeah, it's a moment there for me for sure. ¿Quería lanzar hoy?
Claro, siempre. Siempre quiero lanzar. Siempre y cuando me siente bien y me den esa bola en el momento que sea, yo siempre quiero estar ahí.
Of course. Every time I want to pitch every day, they give me the opportunity and I get that ball. Yeah, I want to be pitching.
Other questions for Wandy? Ron?
What is it about Nestor that all of you in the clubhouse gravitate to him?
Entendiendo a Néstor, ¿verdad? Cortés, su personalidad, pero ¿qué es lo que hace que él sea como un imán para todos ustedes, que atrae a todos ustedes en una forma positiva?
Bueno, para mí es algo inexplicable decirlo, tú me entiendes, eso son químicas que uno tiene que, como es un ejemplo Néstor, son químicas atractivas que de verdad siempre están ahí para ti, que bueno, para mí, cubriendo todos los puntos, es inexplicable, ¿me entiendes? Una persona única, de verdad que sí.
He's a very unique individual, and if I'm sitting right here trying to explain everything he does, I won't be able to do it. He has that personality, that quality of a person that people just gravitate towards him, and that's who he is,
Y me siento bien emocionado y agradecido de poder tener una persona ahí, tú me entiendes, como él, como cada uno de mis compañeros de este staff, de verdad. Y de verdad que me siento bien contento con eso. Y quiero que él sepa que tanto dentro del terreno como fuera del terreno, es una tremenda persona.
And I feel like I'm grateful to have someone like him in the clubhouse, along my other teammates and the staff. It's really good chemistry, and I want to make sure that he knows that I appreciate who he is on the field and off the field as well.
Gracias.
Erico?
Hi, Wendy. You guys just won the big series tonight, but another one starts tomorrow. How excited are you guys? Are you to face the Astros? And then can you pitch tomorrow if they ask you?
Entendiendo que acaban de ganar una tremenda serie, una serie muy emocionante, pero ya mañana, pasando la página, se enfrentan contra Houston, que tiende a ser una serie muy, muy, muy buena. Y la pregunta sería, si te toca pichar, lanzar mañana, ¿estarías disponible para lanzar mañana?
Sí, dile que me siento, gracias a Dios, bien para pichar mañana. Me siento bien emocionado porque en realidad trabajamos para que llegue este momento, ¿me entiendes? Y venimos desde abajo, de una serie desde abajo, ¿me entiendes? Y de verdad que nos preparamos para esto, se dio y gracias a Dios estamos aquí, ¿me entiendes? Lo que nada importó más que el juego de hoy y gracias a Dios estamos ahí, vamos a seguir enfocados, inning tras inning, picheo tras picheo, bateador tras bateador, para que se logre lo que en verdad queremos.
Yes, I'll be able to pitch tomorrow. I mentioned it before. We've worked so hard, we've prepared so much to be able to have an opportunity at this point in the season. So we came from behind in that last series. There was nothing more important than the current game of the day. We were able to win this series, and now we have an upcoming series, brand new upcoming series. But it's going to be exciting, and we're going to be right there. And I want to be able to pitch.
Take a couple more for Wandy on your right, guys.
Wandy, you've upheld so much confidence thus far. What does it mean to know that Aaron Boone and everyone managing, from pitching coach, to know that you're able to carry out such, I guess, a big stage and do what you do to end this game?
Entendiendo que además ha estado en situaciones bien difíciles, ¿verdad? ¿Qué significa para ti que que el dirigente Aaron Boone, que el pitching coach, el staff, te ha dado esa confianza de poder entrar en el juego como este, poder cerrar y hacer tus actuaciones en juegos tan difíciles.
No, dile que me siento bien, bien emocionado por eso, bien contento, por cada uno de ellos y ustedes tomarme en cuenta, ¿me entienden? En esas situaciones. Me siento muy emocionado por eso y espero en Dios que eso sea por un buen tiempo, por largo tiempo, ¿me entiendes? Vamos a seguir enfocados y trabajando para que eso siempre esté ahí, eso siempre suceda.
It's so exciting, to be in the game in situations like that, and yeah, they've given me the confidence to be in those games, and for me, we just got to keep doing our job, work, keep doing our job, and focus, and expect to be in there in those games.
Anything else for Wandy? We'll finish up with Max on your right, guys.
Hey, Wandy, you didn't have any saves until last year in your career. Now you have a bunch, even some in the postseason. What do you like most about pitching in those moments?
Entendiendo que no había tenido la oportunidad de salvar juegos, ¿verdad? En tu carrera, hasta el año pasado. Y este año ha tenido suficientes juegos salvados durante la temporada, especialmente en la postemporada. ¿Qué disfruta más de esos momentos, ¿verdad? Donde el juego está en la línea.
Bueno, lo que más disfruto de esos momentos es que me tomen en cuenta, ¿me entiendes? Siempre me voy a sentir agradecido de eso y bien contento, gracias a Dios. Vamos a seguir preparándonos para seguir haciendo el trabajo y siempre tomando en cuenta que vamos a estar ready al momento que sea temprano en el juego o tarde en el juego. Siempre estar enfocado ahí, nos toque la situación que nos toque.
I mean, to me, it's just a fact, being taken into consideration in games like that, where the game is on the line and they're asking you to put the game away. Just the confidence being given, it means a lot, But like I said before, for me, it's about preparing myself to pitch, regardless of when is it, early in the game, in the middle of the game, at the end of the game.
Wandy, congratulations. Marlon, thank you, and we'll see you guys in Houston. Appreciate it.